It's that time again. Welcome to a new episode of Last Cloudia. Got some new stuff to talk about. Got a character. Got an arc. Let's get in there. Take a look at what the gotcha has to say. So, we're going to talk about the Advocate of God, Degrouge. This character, when you look at the numbers here, the strength and intelligence are actually pretty high. They're above average. You got 1349 strength, 1130 intelligence. So this character is going to go both ways, as you can tell. And the rest of the stats are pretty decent too. Now, the abilities you also need to take a look at the S1. Now, it's all going to be dark damage, by the way. But the S1 gives you a chance to reduce enemies' max HP. Pretty strong, right? The second skill has a chance to inflict illness. The third skill has basically you absorb 5% of damage dealt as HP. So you're draining HP while preventing them from healing and knocking down their max HP. Pretty crazy. And then, of course, the special. Dark after the dark damage, obviously, reduced dark resistance, and then a chance to inflict rot. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe rot is the debuff that Logia does with his special. I think it lowers your overall stats, your strength, intelligence, defense, and mind by maybe 20%, but I'm probably wrong. And then it does something else too. It probably lowers your elemental resistance or something. I'm not exactly sure. This is one of those abilities where it doesn't particularly tell you what it does. You have to kind of go and look it up yourself. But I'm sure it does some crazy stuff. It's pretty good. Now, as far as the traits, you have Demonification, Dark Damage Cap 3K, once per wave. When near death, inflict Dark Resistance minus 20 debuff on all enemies. Then you apply a max HP plus 1000. And then, of course, you get dark damage plus 50% and dark damage cap 3000. So you're getting another buff to this specific unit. And then the Parasite, the second trait, chance for physical attacks to insta kill in arena or on bosses and other non insta kill enemies. Physical attack damage plus 30%. More likely to faint, break value 100%. So, what's interesting about this trait is the fact that this is the first time where you have an insta kill that will actually do something else if they can't be insta killed. I like that. That should be the trend going forward. And as a matter of fact, what they should consider doing is with some of the older characters that have, like, an insta kill kind of thing, make it to where if it's arena or some like it says here, something that can't be killed, give a different ability. It doesn't have to be this ability, but it should be another ability, right? Be kind of cool. And yeah, that should be the trend going forward in those kind of skills. Overall, pretty good. I think it's pretty good. It helps you diversify your character to be good at multiple things, so you can do arena easily and you can do boss fights pretty easily. Is what I'm seeing here. And I haven't even looked at the skills yet. So you have Lord's Charisma, so another new charisma. We have God type ally strength, defense, intelligence, and mind plus 15%. This is obviously the same stats, only one charisma at a time, all that good stuff while they're alive. You got Black Hole, which is a new dark spell. So basically, a powerful dark attack, all enemies, and chance to inflict silence. So you got a little bit of a debuff chance. Giga High Blazer, which basically debuffs everyone's strength. You got Giga Delay, which basically slows everyone down. SCT recovery speed minus 25%. Only effective in Arena, though, which I find really interesting. They're really pushing this character for Arena. Another Mouth we've seen, you got Crit Up 2 and 3, you got Aim Vitals, you got Human Slayer, aka PvP Slayer, you got Household of Ruin, which basically gives you God type, and then Dark Attacks from enemies minus 20%. Mimicry Soldier, Corrosive Fang, which, basically lowers or gives you plus 20% damage when you debuff enemies with a normal attack. You got Auto Haste, pretty strong. You got Dark Drive, Dark Attack Raise 2, Blood Force, more draining of HP. You got Immovable Object and High Level Magic Chant, which is, some of the staples for magic casting, because the girl can do both physical and magic damage. You got Evil Absorption. So when you take physical or magic damage, you can potentially absorb 50% of that damage as HP. Now, typically, any kind of absorption skill has a very, very, very low chance of happening. I wouldn't necessarily count on this to happen, but I don't know the percentages. You have to basically go and look it up because the game's not going to tell you. You got Blessed Speed, you got Diablos. Skill attacks have a chance to greatly reduce defense, attribute resistance, and then deal damage. So, pretty good. You got Two-Handed Spear, so this is only when one spear is equipped. Physical attack damage was 20%, crit rate 10%, and physical damage cap 2,000. Of course, you got Spear Boost and Spear High Boost, which you should have at this point with a Spear character. You got Dark Lance. So when a spear is equipped, dark physical attack damage was 20%, physical attack damage cap plus 2k, break value 50%. Whew. Yeah, they're really pushing some, breaking some damage limits with this particular character, mainly obviously for boss fights because you don't break damage cap in Arena, at least not yet. You got Breaker, again, for bosses, and you got Legion. Chance for dark magic attacks to deal crit damage each wave. Chance to take crit hits slowly drops with maximum 50%, and then a light resist slowly rises max 50%. So overall, pretty strong character. Specifically PvP. You got like Human Slayer, you got all kinds of other things specifically for PvP. And then also good for boss fights. You know, this is a breaker. Does, you know, lots of good damage. Now, they're also trying to get you to single wield because most people like to dual wield everybody. So this is one of those characters that the devs are trying to say, hey, let's just kind of have one weapon. I'll give you some bonuses. Will people heed that warning? Probably not, because Bane's supposed to be a single wield character, but a lot of people dual wield him too. You know, now personally, if I were to get the character, I would stay with a single weapon if I were going for the character. I'm personally not. Obviously, I'm saving up for Kyle, but you know, if I cared to get the character, I would definitely be wanting to get this to make my PvP team better, mostly. Because as far as boss battles, I'm alright where I'm at, but this would be a great help for PvP. So overall, really good character. 4 Lords of Ruin. So the Arc attribute adds God type to the user. When 4 God type allies are alive, we get a straight defense, intelligence, and mind buff of 20%, only to the unit that's equipping the Arc. When armor is equipped, nullify defensive piercing effects. Chance for physical damage taken minus 50%. Deal more damage as target's remaining HP decreases. Max 25%. Okay. So this is kind of like, you know, you're going to be constantly pursuing your target to take them out. And then, of course, if you have the God Squad with you, because there are actually a lot of God characters out now, so, you know, you might be able to do it if you have the right, you know, group of people. And, yeah, this is very, very specific arc for very, very specific units. Let's see what you can learn here. So you have Ardor, magic damage absorption, which is I mean, they're decent abilities, but Strength up 4. So this is the stuff that matters right here. Strength up 4, armor boost, Berserker. Now this is a new one here. Physical attack damage plus 30%, but causes HP to continually decrease. Now, this might sound bad for some people because you don't want to lose your HP. You'll be fine. You got a good healer, or if you're using Proud Force and stuff like that, you'll be fine. Just accept a 30% boost. It's going to be good for you. And then the last one is Luxius Protection. Damage from non-god type enemies minus 7%. So pretty good shrugging of damage. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. Well, 7% seems kind of low, but I think it's going to be decent. I think the Berserker is really where it's at for sure. And of course, you know, like I said, the last 4 skills is actually worth it for this arc. So pretty good so far. Take a look at the actual arc ether reward. The Dark Advocate's Plate. This is an armor. Defense 221, mind 153. So good stats. Physical light damage taken minus 15%. God type only. SCT speed plus 10%. So not bad. An armor that gives you SCT, that's actually pretty good. Obviously, it's only for God types to get that, but there's plenty of them. You also get a 5 boost on dark resistance, and then you also get stun resistance too. Overall, it's a decent arc. You got a decent arc or ether reward. You got a bunch of skills that are actually worth learning if you don't have other skills that, you know, have these. So yeah, overall it's good. It's for specific characters, obviously, But overall, it's pretty good if we get those characters. Let's go ahead and talk about the weapons and armor. And then we'll do a multi-pull after that. Let's take a look. There we go. We got Heaven's Bane. This is a spear for a specific unit, Degrouge. So this spear is dark attribute strength 172, defense 30. When physically attacking, low chance to inflict poison or curse. Dark attack damage cap plus 500. So the chance to inflict poison or curse is pretty strong, especially if you're building this character for PvP, which you are. And yeah, that's pretty good. That's really, really good. Obviously, the percentage chance is going to be super low, I'm sure, but the fact that you could potentially make it happen is pretty strong. The damage cap is decent for boss fights. But for the arena part of it, it's the poison and curse that you're really excited about. Specifically the curse more than anything else. But yeah, overall, this is a really good weapon. I mean, it's got some good stats and a really good ability. Can't ask for much more. Let's take a look at the armor here for Degrouge. Defense 172, mind 60, boosts movement speed, dark attack damage plus 10%, low chance of taking criticals. And then you get a resistance to poison and silence. So this is decent. I mean, you're getting more defensive buffs. Why not? Getting a more movement speed. That's not bad either. You know, like I said, you're getting a lot of good stuff here. Now, if you're on a budget and you're only going to get one of these two and you want a recommendation, Heaven's Bane is easily the item of choice here. Good stats, but the being able to poison or curse something is really good, especially if you're doing PvP as you should with this character. But yeah, I think overall this will be the 100% better item of the two. So go ahead and do a gotcha pull here. What we're going to do now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not really going for the arc or the character, but the good thing about the step ups is basically you're getting more rewards for less. So instead of paying 300 for a spin, you're paying 100 for 2 spins, and then 200 for 3 spins, and 1,000 for 5, and then you get a free 10 spin. So for me, that's basically a cheap amount of resources to get more Crimson Orbs, because that's what we're going for here. Because like I said, I have no faith that I'm going to pull anything on the banner with this, but we're going to go ahead and just have a little fun. I actually like step-up banners. That's like the main thing that I do almost every time. Even if I don't care for getting the arc or character, at the very least, I'll, do a step up, if nothing else. So we got Lilibet with us. Let's go ahead and get our blue orb here. There we go. Or 2 blue orbs, sorry. Forgot there was 2 of them here. But yeah, I do this because of the discount. That's the only reason. Again, I'm going for Shift Cow, which is why I'm not going to go crazy on this banner at all. But I'll do at least this just because it's a discount. So like I said, I'm just getting some Crimson Ore. That's all I'm doing here. I have no expectations to get anything. So we're getting a little bit of yellow, and we got the whole squad. Yeah, squad up. Alright, so we're probably going to get 2 or 3 yellows. Let's see what happens. Let's see how many yellows we get. Just 1, okay. So yeah, 45 Crimson Ores. Like I said, I'm going for those orbs, because like I said, I have no expectations to get anything worth anything in this particular thing. So I'm not going to be disappointed if nothing comes up. Oh man, he is so lonely. Oh, Kyle, I'm so sorry, bro. You've been abandoned. So abandoned. I feel bad for you, bro. It's not cool being lonely. Alright, so we're getting a yellow. There we go. Let's get those Crimson Orbs. We got 2 yellows. There you go. We got 80 Crimson Orbs for today. And then we get to do a free 10 spin, because why not? And after that, I'm done, because the only thing I'm spending is for Kyle. That's it. Alright, so what we got here for the actual multi-pull? We got Lilibet. We got the homegirl supporting her man. Let's get in there. No, they're not together. It's just a joke. Come on. Oh, a red. That means we're getting some more Crimson Orbs. Let's see what dupe we're getting this time. There we go. Yeah, you can tell my expectations were very low. I already know how these banners work nowadays. You're not getting me. But yeah, 135 Crimson Wars. I'll take it. I will 100% take that. But there we go. We got our discount Crimson Orbs. And that's going to be pretty much it for the video today. I thank everybody for taking the time to watch this. Again, like I said, the arc and the character is good. So, you know, if you're looking for a strong PvP character with an arc to go with the character, then this is the banner for you. So good luck to everybody. Hope you get the character you want. Until next time, keep gaming and take care, everyone. Later.